Hello everyone. I am back again with another rant just for you. This one really irritates me. How many of you feel that the elderly should not be allowed to drive? I definitely think so. Now I am not saying this because I dislike the elderly, but rather I fear for everyone, as well as my own safety. In case you were wondering, yes, I am obviously going to explain why they shouldn't have a license to drive. One of the most dangerous things that ever happened to me was when I nearly got sideswiped and run off the road. How this happened was when I was driving in the lane next to this older gentleman, but then he proceeded to slowly creep away from his own lane and into my own. I mean, isn't the easiest fucking thing about driving is that you drive in a fucking straight line? Okay, just for shits and giggles, let's just say that you weren't capable of driving in a straight line. Other than to stop driving altogether, wouldn't it seem weird to you as to why you were suddenly changing direction? Now I don't care how fucking old or senile you are, don't fucking drive. Other than sideswiping people, I have seen some other dangerous acts of driving. Although I found it to be bloody hilarious, those acts were still dangerous nonetheless. This act I am referring to happened just last year. This old woman was driving on a one-lane road. On either side of the road was a forest of trees, so naturally there were many signs indicating that there could be deer and other animals. Now, suddenly, this squirrel jumped into the middle of the road. When I say suddenly, I don't mean last minute. I mean it jumped in the road and stayed there for at least 15 seconds. This old woman continued to drive towards it. The squirrel was extremely easy to see. It was midday and bright out. This woman ended up driving over the squirrel, and we all know the fucking thing won't move off the road, but after she ran it over, about 5 seconds after, she swerved off the road like she had only just then tried to avoid the squirrel. Now I am no expert or anything, but that is just bloody terrible reaction time. Now think about this for a minute. If you thought this was bad, how do you think she could have performed at night? Bloody hell, I don't even wanna know. There's just a few more things I want to talk about. One thing that really pisses me off is when you're in a hurry to get somewhere, but then in front of you is an elderly man or woman, and they are going practically 20 or 30 kilometers slower than the speed limit. I just want to fucking slap the bastard. What makes things worse is when I try to change lanes to get around this person, suddenly just as I make my lane change, they do the exact same thing just as if they knew I was trying to pass them. I swear to God they are only on the road to annoy the shit out of me. Now I have one last example, but I just wanted to bring this up because I thought it was kind of funny. I am now referring to my father. He is 64 years of age, which I wouldn't really consider to be old, but whatever, humor me for now. He is the perfect example of someone who drives under the speed limit. Here's where the funny part comes in. My father is a dedicated Formula 1 racing fan. Does anyone else find this ironic? He even revs his engine at stop signs or accelerates really hard when he first takes off. Now come on, it's not a fucking Ferrari or something. It's a bloody Jeep. That is all for now. I will be making more rants as soon as I am able. Thanks for listening once again. Please let me know if you have any ideas or topics for me to rant about. Please go to my website at www.mysmalltalk.com and go to the contact page. This has been a rant and broadcast, brought to you by a British